Hey guys, Ralph here. Welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness here on wonderful Wednesday here in Connecticut. Life's good, man. Life is good. I am worked out, I'm kettlebelled, I'm practiced, I'm ready to go. And talk about Doc, man. Listen, man, you don't believe me? Listen to Doc. Who better, right? Anyway, let me honk a little bit. Again, I have played quite a bit, so I'll be toast if anything, and then we'll talk. Life's good, isn't it? When your hair's in place. Just get out of the shower. Anyway, campers, I probably should have saved us a whole lot of trouble. Hang on just a second. A whole lot of trouble. And did the video after I watched the documentary. Doesn't matter, but here we are. Was that great? Or was that great? Guys, if you haven't seen the video, the documentary, turn this off and go see it. I'm not kidding. It is wonderful. And for you young guys who barely know who Doc Severinsen is, get an education. Get an education. Now, there is two things that jumped off the page at me. You know, his tremendous playing and all these little cuts from the Carson show and all that sort of stuff was just wonderful. But number one, guys, the transparency that he showed and being right up at front. I mean, a lot of the stuff, the cuts with Bodie and all that sort of stuff were not doctored up. I mean, he talked right up front about his struggle with alcohol and drugs, his 3 failed marriages. I mean, he even allowed the cameraman to be in his hospital room, bare-chested, almost dead. Let everybody see it. Man, it was wonderful. Wonderful. I love the comments by some of the musicians. Arturo Sandoval, most dedicated trumpet player. I mean, that, as I said, and I'm not gonna beat the point to death, but the volume of work that he put in to make it sound like that. Now you go, I almost use it as a badge of honor. I don't have to practice it. Oh God, he would never say that in his life. He would never say that in his life. Quite the opposite. I have heard him say, if I don't practice one day, excuse me, I know. If I don't practice 2 days, the band knows. If I don't practice 3 days, everybody knows. No two ways about it. I mean, the horn was his mistress. I mean, his wife just came right out and said that. Anyway, again, the transparency was unbelievable. But man, those clips with Carson just really brought back memories. And first of all, the comment section, and especially my emails, have just blown up. There's so many cool stories, especially from the email section. And if people wanted it broadcast throughout, they would have put it on the comments. So I'm not going to reiterate them now. But one of them was very, very interesting, and I missed it until I saw it, and I went back and looked at it. If you look at the last 5 minutes when he's playing with the Is it a mariachi? It's not really a mariachi beer, but the flamingo, the Spanish kind of flavor with the guitar and everything. Beautiful, beautiful sound. I'll get to that in a second. But, yeah, if you look closely, when he's taking breaths, man, his tongue is right there. His tongue is right there. I missed it. And one of my friends on comments pointed out, and sure enough, his tongue's right there. Now, you listen to those articulations, man, he's popping them. He's popping them. This is not no. He's popping them, and it is incredible. Also, which I didn't mention, and I'm not sure, if I can find it, I will put a link down below. Okay? But he has a tremendous Carnival of Venice. Tremendous Carnival of Venice. Right there with Doc Schutzer. I mean, it is first class Carnival of Venice. And if I can find it, I'll put a link down below. Okay? Now, the second thing that jumped out at me, man, and thus the thumbnail. You don't believe me? Listen to Doc. Listen to what he said about fitness. Listen to what he said. When everybody asked him, how can you play so great when at this age? How many times he was asked that? How can you play so great at this age? He doesn't say practice, practice, practice. That's not what he says. He says, I keep in shape. 3 times a week, he's doing it. Man, and lifting weights and just keeping it. Guys, it takes strength, flexibility, and endurance. The hyperradiation, he didn't use those words, guys. That is exactly what he's doing. Now, also, when he was given that short lesson to the mentally handicapped young man, what did he do? He didn't say put your tongue here. He didn't say move your mouthpiece. What did he say? He said hold my core. And the guy, wow. Guys, and what did he do? He put him down and had him do planks. Did you hear the spike in his performance? Guys, what do you create? What else do I have to say? Where's my kettlebell for double C's book? It's over there. You get it. $10, guys. You are leaving tone, power, range, and endurance right on the practice room floor if you're not coordinating your fitness level with the trumpet. Now, I told you before, the kettlebells will help you even if you are not using your tongue in this regard. But you put those two together, man, the tongue, the relaxed corners, not overblowing, and throw some kettlebells in there. The world, Chico, and everything in it. Some great comments. The best player ever. I mean, the best player ever. He may just be. He may just be. I told you I like some of the other guys, and this is splitting hairs. Because of the tension, to me, Harry, Horst, their tone sounds a little freer. Okay? Another thing which I always felt about him way back years ago. When you listen to him, and I got another story for you. When you listen to him play a solo or whatever and dazzle you with something, you hear the Clark studies. You hear Arbin, bum, 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 right out. I mean, you just hear what he put into it. It's incredible. Now, here's another one, and I'll let you go. It was my freshman year in college. I was home from New York to visit my parents in Maine. And my mother got me 2 tickets to see Doc Severinsen and the Tonight Show Band at the Civic Center. And it was Connie Condoli and Ed Shaughnessy and Snooky Young and John Ordina. I mean, oh, please. Okay? Now, there was an amazing storm coming in that night, complete with pea soup fog. And if you've ever been in Maine, a nor'easter in the winter is one thing, but they get them in the summer too, and they can be brutal. Absolutely brutal. And it was destined for that night. Okay? So he comes out, comes out and with the thing, he plays Malaguena, whatever it was. Okay? And he says, guys, we have a problem. He says, we got this storm coming in. Myself and the band has to be in Kansas City tomorrow night. Has to be. Okay? Guys, I have to get the band and everybody out to the airport so we get the earlier flight. So what I'm going to do is we're not going to do an intermission. Okay? And I'm thinking, okay, hot shot. Here we go. He's going to play a half an hour, 40-minute set and get out of Dodge. 2 hours later, man, he hadn't taken that horn off his face. I mean, and just vintage Doc. High notes, low notes, loud playing, soft playing, fast playing, slow playing. The whole... He did a Virginia reel type thing. Speaking of Carnival of Venice, he sounded like Del Stagers. It was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. But he felt a need to get, people paid their money, and that's another thing. Because of the storm, there's barely anybody there. This is a 1,500 seat auditorium. There's maybe at the most 500 people. Okay? He could have ducked out. Guys, God bless him. Doc, as far as I'm concerned, 93 years old, 93 more. Honest to God. God bless him. Anyway, guys, check it out. Doc, D-O-C, capital letters, Umentory. Never too late. PBS, just type it in and you got it. It's right there on your laptop. An hour and 23 minutes. Anyway, eat and drink fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Love you all.